Okay, it's Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025. It started snowing around 2 a.m. this morning, and then around 7 turned to sleet, and then around 9 it started raining and has rained off and on till 4 p.m. with thunderstorms off and on all day. As you can see, part of the island looks like it's underwater. According to my sister, where you see the ripple in the water over there, I'm going to zoom in for you. A little bit one more. That's a rock, and she said it was invisible when she was over here at 2 o'clock, like 2 o'clock this afternoon. It is no longer visible. Right, now we're gonna swing around, and I'm gonna pan down slowly so you can see it's coming up just a little bit. You see there's a duck. I'm not sure if he's floating. You're just enjoying the ride. Oh, here comes another duck and a lot of debris in the river. I think a lot of the debris is from all the power outages we've had since Sunday. I know there was a lot of trees down. We were at a store the other day, and their parking lot was just littered with debris from trees. And I'm gonna come back along on the river here. As you can see, now those of us who live here like to think it's, this mighty great river. You see the bank's pretty wide, but come usually the end of June, by July at the latest, into August, you probably could walk across it. It's like not completely dried up, but quite a bit dries up. And it's honestly, it's moving pretty fast. Normally I cannot see this from my house, but today I can. This morning I couldn't, but today I can. So we're just gonna follow along. I don't know if you can see, there's a person over looking at the swing, but I'm gonna go to, those of us who live here have been calling the beach. That was put in not last summer, the end of the summer, I would say 23. There's some sand down there and some steps. That is underwater. I'm going to continue along. As you see, it drops off here. And a lot of times it will be high enough to come over this lower part. As you can come closer. See, we're not quite there. But if it continues to rain like they suspect, and when I left a little bit ago to come over here, it had rain in Clinton County, St. John's area. Oh, there's some ducks flying. So we could potentially get more rain, and it's not just us here in Owasso along the river. This river goes into Genesee, Oakland County, Saginaw County, so of course it flows north. So if they get rain down at Oakland and Genesee kind of area, where it kind of meets up, you will continue to see the river rise. There's a squirrel on the bridge going nuts. Ooh, the wind's picked up. Little sign of spring right here. I'm gonna scope back and see if you can see it. Ooh. Got some stuff growing here, which is a good sign. It was 70 on Tuesday. I apologize, it was Sunday. And that was just prior to the straight line winds that came in, and including the tornado that hit just north of here called, we call it Henderson. I think the National Weather Service just has it listed as New Haven Township. It is a small former village. Not, I think there's one or two buildings left. There's a park. Here's the river. It looks like it's flooded under the bridge. Just wanted to get some footage of the bridge, the water. We can go further to the little area where the dam is. Just see, here's the art center. Sorry, I'm going too fast. That tree is so pretty because it doesn't lose its leaves. It keeps some color for the winter. Oh, look, they planted a tree. The winds are quite bitter at the moment. They slow down some, but for the most part, they're blowing. Here takes the water better. And this has nothing to do with the weather, but this is kind of cool. Look at this. That is really cool. Okay, back to the weather. So, got some artwork out here, and I'm going to go down the path over here with this artwork. Did you see it? Oh, look. I'm going to pan down again. As you can see, there's some flowers coming up. It's a good sign as well. We've only had, I believe, 1, maybe 2 days where it has been in the like 70, not higher than 70. We've had a couple of 60s, but for the most part, we really haven't had higher than 50s around here. So to see that come up is really nice. You know, I see people posting pictures just south in Indiana, and their buds of their trees are like maybe starting to open, but we're just getting there. So if you're familiar with this area, I'm gonna hand back. So this would be the area during the Curwood Festival when we used to have the raft races back in the 80s, if you remember those. They'd come down this spillway here, and there's a little rock just off from that. You always hope they hit it because they'd get stuck and you'd laugh. But they probably like to come over this because most years it doesn't flow very good. So I have a kid having a ball behind me, enjoying all of this. Oh, look at this. This is new to me. Code of conduct. That's kind of cool. That's new to me. Oh, we got some 4 ducks over here now. just hanging out, maybe enjoying the weather. There are times you come right here to this, and they're probably another month or so, and you'll have ducks visiting you. I'm gonna do a quick walkabout here. This is some of our, so you got the Heritage Footbridge, Amos Schoolhouse. From here, you know who Brad Van Pelt is. And then the Jefferson Nickel, the gentleman who designed that's from here. George Hottie, who was a really good man. Our own Thomas Dewey. We just saw Curwood Castle. Frederick Friesico was an artist. We got our beautiful City Hall, which when I'm done and I pan around, you'll see. Paymaster Building. That is the Paymaster Building. Owasso Casket Company, which is just about a block and a half away. Pier Marquette, 1225, which we all know was the train used for the movie The Polar Express. And it was the train the gentleman who wrote the book designed it on. Elias Comstock Cabin, that's just back where we were. That was the first permanent home. It was actually found because they built around it and they found it inside. And this is A.L. and B.O. Williams. They were some of the first people here. This is the Chippewa Chief Owasso. And then here's the Shiawassee River. Oh, I'm too close, sorry. Planning. And oddly enough, we were talking about Thomas Dewey. Right there's the Tim Hortons, which was his birthplace. Here is City Hall. And now I'm coming back to the weather in the river. You know, since I was on a tour, thought I'd give it to you all of it.